Hi, my friend, Sam Villa here. Today we want to share with you one of the most popular fringes that we're seeing out there. It happens to be called the curtain fringe. That's right, the curtain fringe. It's actually a take of that 70s fringe. Actually looks quite a bit like that. But it's the idea that the fringe having a center part and just kind of covers the corners of the eyes. It looks like a fringe that's almost grown out, but how would you cut it? That's important. So let's take a look at how we would cut it. We're going to cut that with the razor. Why? The reason being is because that's what's going to give us that edge that looks like it's grown out. So we're going to take our section and we're going to work with the sections elevated horizontally. By elevating it horizontally, it's going to allow me to create a diagonal line working from the inside to the outside. So I'm going to come through, elevate. Notice how I comb direct to me. So from a top view, you can see all the hair is being over-directed forward. Establish your length. The center will be the shortest point of length. We're going to cut a horizontal line, as you can see from a top view. We're going to come through and drop where I want that length to start, which is at her nose. Because the head turns, you can see it's going to get longer here and shorter from the point of growth at the hairline. Let's come through, let's take the razor, and we're going to come through and weave the razor through so we get a little bit more of a textured edge. I know that that's the line I want to cut. So I'm going to come through, weave the razor, just like a highlight. And now I'm just going to turn the razor, slide my hand just slightly, visualize where I want that line, and come in and cut. Now remember, my friends, the razor is an emotional tool. The more tension you have with a razor, the more aggressive you get with a razor. Now in the top section, I'm going to give this section much longer strokes. So I'm coming through, look from a top view. And look how I'm going through and just giving that just a little bit more of a longer stroke to that. So I have an edge underneath that has about that much texture working from the length to the inside. On top, because I took a longer stroke, I have the length working to a softer degree of texture deeper inside. When you take a look at this from the front view, watch how we're going to get a fringe that does this. And that's exactly what we want that to do this. So when we blow dry this for you, it's going to sit like this and blend into that long hair that she has, but you'll see how she has that kind of grown out fringe. Let's go to the opposite side. Opposite side, we're going to repeat the same procedure. Let's take a slice of what we just cut. Over direct forward. Okay. The first thing we're going to do is take the razor, take a look at the top view, and we're going to weave the razor through, just like a highlight. Once you're there, turn the blade down. Remember, we made this ergonomically correct for your wrist, so you can rotate the blade. Look, I'm rotating it from that top view. I'm going to rotate it down to get the length that I desire, and notice my strokes are very short. They're not long. Now I turn the razor perpendicular to the section so the razor sits vertical. Now watch how I'm just lightly, look at the angle of the razor, and look at where I'm coming to that point, cutting, sliding to that point where I created the underneath length. As you come to the end, because we lose tension, notice how I came through and I just rolled. Now the edge, the blade that I used for this particular technique is our straight edge blade with a guard. We have a 6-gap and a 9-gap blade. Those are gaps when I want more texture, I'll work with a 9-gap. When I want even medium type of texture, I'll work with a 6-gap. In this particular case, we worked with a straight edge with a guard. Remember, the razor itself, it rotates. So it's ergonomically comfortable for you, so you don't have to rotate your wrist. The most important thing about the razor is the angle. Now we're going to go through and we're going to blow dry. Our product of choice is going to be our One United. We're just going to come through and just miss that fringe and now come through. I'm going to work with a comb when I blow dry. Working with the Artist Series blow dryer, an AC motor, heavier but yet powerful. Working with a comb, controls that growth pattern, and you're just going to work wrap drying it one direction and then another direction. So I'm going to continue to dry the fringe and you'll see the end result. So you can see how we completed our finish. And now you can see why they call it a curtain. It's just like a curtain that's just kind of splitting open down the center. You're seeing this came from the idea and the concept of the 70s, but we're seeing what we refer to as a curtain fringe. Once again, working with our Samvia razor, we worked with a straight edge, and remember our elevation was horizontal, working across from the center, short to long. Once again, my friends, I thank you for watching Samvia, and we will continue to bring you the education.